Hello, my name is Chelsea Wilson, and I'm a blogger who blogs about my life journey and my rookie notes. Today, I have a very fabulous guest. His name is Guardia Cross, and he is the co-star to the hit sensation, New Father Chronicles. So without further ado, welcome LaGuardia.
What's going on, everybody? I'm the co-star because Amala's the real star, right? That's right. I'm so glad that Amala allows me to be on this show too.
Yes, so definitely.
Glad. Yeah.
Yes. Well, so hello everybody out there watching. So LaGuardia, you are quite the Renaissance man. I mean, you rap, you edit, you make videos, you beatbox, you are a new dad, and you are a YouTuber.
Right.
Is there anything that you do not do?
I cannot give birth. That is one thing I cannot do yet. And I'm looking at Amala over here too. Let me just go ahead and bring her in here.
Yes,
after
please.
She's changed. But you got the camera too, right? You can hear in the background because she needs to be changed. But yeah, I mean, being able to raise a daughter on my own is something that I could not do. That is the one thing. It don't matter about any of the skills I have. I could not imagine doing this thing alone. As you can hear in the background, I couldn't imagine doing it by myself.
Yes, and hi, Amala.
Right? How you doing, Amala? Right? For real.
Hi, Amala.
For real.
Yes.
I could never do it alone. So yeah, that's the one thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And speaking of never doing it alone, what does your wife think about? What does your wife think about New Father Chronicles?
Why don't I bring her on here, and I'm gonna have her answer this question. Oh yeah, I can't bring Amala over here yet. Amala just laid a big one. No, so my wife has been so supportive the whole time. She usually stays behind the camera, but she's like, I mean, she's supportive about everything. She laughs at it. She shares it. She's right there. So it's I never feel too crazy or insane when I'm doing this stuff. It's like it's stuff that we do as a team. So it is a whole lot of fun, and I couldn't do it without her support. Yeah.
And that's amazing. I mean, shout outs to all the single dads, shout out to all the single moms, but it's definitely amazing to have a team.
For real.
So with
shout out
that
to all of them.
Yes, shout out to all that.
Right.
For those who are watching for the first time, who stumble upon this one day, can you tell someone who might not be familiar with you about what exactly is New Father Chronicles, and then just explain a little bit more about your channel?
Okay, cool. So New Father Chronicles was I was already on a journey posting videos every Wednesday because I was my main goal at first was just to be a full-time artist. So I was making songs, doing performances, chronicling my whole journey of that. And then in the middle of that, I got the accidental news that my wife was going to have a baby. Now, it's something that we kind of planned out, but it was planned for like sometime at the end of the year. We ain't really had a set date for it. And then all of a sudden it came. And then it just kind of changed my whole mindset. I was like, wow, I'm about to be a dad. And it just changed my whole perspective on my goals, what I wanted to do. So I created this channel. Well, really, it just, my life turned into New Father Chronicles because I was just trying to be honest with the weekly videos I was doing. So it just kind of gradually turned into my life as a dad. And I wasn't really expecting for it to have a name or any particular thing. I just started doing a few videos about it, and just it was just a great reception for it. People wanted to hear more, so I just talked about it more, and that's when it became an official thing with a title and a name and all of that. And it's just it's meant to be a channel that shows all the mistakes I make, all the things I learn, and sometimes I'll talk to other dads, get tips, get advice from them. Of course, I'm crazy, I'm silly, so all of that stuff is involved, but it's just the life of a brand new dad and everything that comes along with it, which is a lot of mess. And I mean, Amala's going to town in the background. Wow. But anyway, all of this is real life as a new dad. I mean, wow. Wow. I'm gonna bring her on camera right now. Here. Let me see Amala. This is Amala right here.
Hi, Amala. Oh,
Chelsea's on the screen. You see that? Yeah.
It's perfect for the camera.
Right. She was screaming a little while ago, and now she's feeling better. Good, right? She's feeling
totally
good now?
Cool now, right?
Right? Cool.
How you doing, Amala?
You doing okay, girl? Cool.
With that being said, is there, when Amala, your co-star, is not in the mood to make videos, how do you calm her down?
Let me tell you, when I did that Tax Day song, that thing took forever. It took forever. She's gonna be the lead. She's gonna determine the time. Doing multiple takes with her is never a good idea. It's just whatever the take she gives is the take that is gonna work. So all I do is I just work around her schedule. I promise you, she took like 5 to 8 naps during that. Like it took all day to film her, because she would start, then she would get cranky, then she would need a nap, then need to be fed, then need to be changed, and all of that stuff. And I think the only reason she's kind of getting a little antsy now is it's getting a little close to her bedtime. But the funny thing, the interview though, like the biggest video that I have, it literally was all one take. She just sat down and just talked that whole time, and then I made up everything around that. So it was just one shot, because a baby's not gonna be like, oh yeah, let me do take 2, take 3, take 4. It's just whatever she was willing to express, and that's what I got. Yeah.
Right. And that interview was so funny. It was hilarious. And that's the interview that made me want to like work with you. I was like, wow. Right. Wow. Yes.
No, it's so cool.
And with that said, do you have any Ricky notes about being a new dad?
Oh my gosh. I think that the biggest, right? High five, bah, Leah. I'm gonna pass it up back. Okay. Let me let my wife give a quick little peek into. You gotta get closer, because she so rarely jumps in, but this is my teammate.
Hi, nice to see you.
Right, the backbone
nice
of everything.
To see you too.
Right.
I would like to think of her as like the director behind the scenes.
That's what it is, though. Really, though, she's holding the camera and doing all that. So, the biggest set of rookie notes I would give is when you do it, you are going to be really, really picky. You're going to want to spend a lot of money on the best things that you can buy. You're going to listen to everybody's advice, be a little bit confused. But as soon as you start, you're going to learn how to do things for yourself. You're going to realize that you don't have to know everything. You don't have to spend all your money. And you're going to learn the language of your child. Your child's going to learn the language of you. And it's not going to be that bad. It's going to flow. It's not going to be easy. Like sleep is definitely going to be a sacrifice. But everything pays off. And I mean, every child is different, but you'll kind of get used to the vibe of your child. And it's just, it's such a humbling, beautiful thing, but you are never there's nobody in this world that is ever going to be more dependent on you and watching you as hard as a baby. It's just, I've never had to serve that much in my life ever. Ever, never, never, ever. It will make you completely selfless and break you down to the point where your thoughts will completely shift from being all about you. So as a new dad, whoever's a new dad, you're going to be a better person if you allow yourself to be, because of course there's terrible parents out there, but if you allow your life to shape around this new being and allow yourself to grow and think more about somebody else, it'll be a beautiful experience.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is this like now that you have a Mala, does that increase your drive to work harder and like to achieve your goals?
Yes, it does. It's probably the biggest motivation I've had, other than being married and being in a relationship. I mean, the difference with a partner is that they're right by your side. You all are working together. A baby's not working together with you at all. Like they aren't assisting you. They aren't contributing nothing other than their presence. So my life goals are, man, so what can I do to where when she starts to hear what I'm saying and retain the stuff that I'm doing and see my lifestyle, is it going to be something that she can model? Is my discipline style going to be right? What kind of education do I want to give her? Beyond school, what kind of education is she going to get when she comes home? It is just all of those things start to shape around that, because I mean, everybody says they want to give their kids the best, but it really is that. And the best isn't money and physical things. It is just what am I going to do to provide beyond money? Like, what am I going to do to be able to provide from myself something that she can use in her life even when I'm gone?
Right.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, I think the way that you document the videos, the way that you, I don't know, put like a personal touch on that, she will always be able to look back on that. And that's like a treasure that, you know, a lot of kids do not have. You know, she'll be able to see herself like when she's 5 months, when she was a newborn.
Right.
And I think that's fabulous doing that.
That's going to be incredible. I cannot wait till the day I show her all of that. I cannot wait for it. That's going to be the, I mean, she has, because I mean, I never had that. Right. So that's going to be, right. I don't know. I hope she's not an introvert, because that's going to mess her life up. Right. Because people go to school. Aren't you a Mala? Leave me alone. Like, I really hope that she's an extrovert and cool with the attention, because I cannot help myself. I thought it was so corny when parents would post pictures of their kids and share it with everybody.
You did it,
right? I'm like, I'm tired of seeing all that on my news feed on Facebook. I don't want to see that. And now I'm like, every day, look at Amala, look at that, look at this. Look. Right. I cannot help it.
And now your YouTube channel, New Father Chronicles, it's like Amala, she's like half of it, you know?
Right.
And
I cannot.
Would you have thought that you would be where you are today this time last year?
No, because this time, what I would say, well, before the pregnancy, I would say, I had no idea. I mean, really, like, it was, I mean, we were speaking about getting ready to try to have a child, to get started, but it was just so, I don't even, it's the most, I mean, when my wife told me, I just had to let it process in my mind, because she told me, and it's like, hey, I'm pregnant. And then when she went to the doctor, it's like she was already a month pregnant and we had no idea. So it's fatherhood was not a part of the plan. It really was just, I'm gonna try to make it, and I'm gonna try to put myself out there and look for opportunities. And I had no idea that given the opportunity to be a father was going to open the kind of doors that it opened in my life and her life. It opened doors in my mind and my thought process and everything. And it was completely unexpected. I had no idea. I had no idea what was going to happen. And New Father Chronicles, I mean, none of this was in my mind. Like, I didn't think it's just, it caught me completely off guard. And I guess that's kind of how God's plans work, right? Yeah.
Right. I think that's just how life works in general. But speaking of, like, going back to last year, so you did a little series about 52 Weeks to Fly. Can you explain more about that and about your journey of perseverance and consistency?
Yeah. So
and goal setting too.
Right. Hold on 1 second, really quick.
The Guardia is
I'm sorry about that. Trying to so 52 weeks to no, right. So 52 weeks to fly was I had gotten to a point in my life where there were a lot of dreams I had in my head that I had never put all of my energy towards, right? So,
right.
I mean, since like, I mean, middle school, I was rapping in class and drawing little things and getting in trouble and all of that. So it's just, it took me so long, but I got to this point like, all right, everything I want to do, I don't know what the plans are. I don't know how to get there, but I'm just going to put myself out there, make these videos, hold myself accountable, and do something every week to get me closer to my goal. So I started it. I did it without knowing where it was going to lead me, but I knew in my mind that I had to be consistent, and that was the most important thing for me.
Right.
So it says every week I did a little something. A part of it was, let me interview people that are further along than me that can give me advice, because I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm just going to put myself in positions where I have no choice but to challenge myself and feel a little awkward, because I knew if I didn't do things I had never done, there was no way I was going to get to where I wanted to be, right? So I just continued doing things like that. And originally it was like, well, by the end of the year, it'd be incredible if I was able to say I'm an artist full time. But even if I didn't, I was going to say, well, at least I got closer. And really, I mean, this year would have been 52 Weeks to Fly Part 2. And right. I mean, but it really was like, to be honest with the channel, like it was just, my friends would support me. They would see me online. When I did the 30 open mics and 30 nights, there's people there that caught on to what I was doing and they watched, but I still just had this small circle of people in the city I live in rooting me on, just a little small group. And and it's just, that's what the journey was. It was just a very humbling journey towards my dreams. Yeah. A year-long plan.
And I think it's just so amazing that you actually committed 52 weeks and you're still doing the journey. I mean, you're doing part 2 now, but some people, they don't, get to where they want to go because, in the beginning it's hard and, nobody's watching, nobody's listening. And so what would you say to people when they're trying to start a blog or a YouTube channel where they don't have an audience and nobody's paying them any attention?
I would say that the most important thing to do is to be consistent, and just like what you do, right? Just like what you do, just like what you said in your video about doing things that you're afraid of. You have to do things that you're afraid of. That's the only advice. Like, it's like, oh, but I'm not ready and nobody knows me. Right. Then go to that place then. Oh, well, I don't have the right outfit. Good. Go to that place anyway. Like it's you have to challenge yourself. You have to look stupid. You have to look awkward. You have to look silly. You have to be underprepared. You have to do those things because there is never going to be. Look, I used to think that I'm going to go on YouTube and somebody's going to see my potential and sign me. Or they just going to just drop money on my lap because they understand deep in my mind what I'm really trying to do. That's never going to happen. So it's
right.
You have to put yourself out there and be willing to accept criticism, but not let it change you, but at least learn from it. But you also need, whether it's a mentor or a set of people that you trust that you can learn from, do that. One of the early things I learned is there were people I knew that I never got a chance to really talk to that have their fan base. They could do a sold out show. It was no problem. I was never their friends, but just because I put the question out there, can I talk to you? They invited me into their home and I'm sitting in their house. I'm like, I've never been here. And you just opening up to me and telling me y'all only because I put the question out. So you can never be afraid to ask a question, right? So that's
right.
That really is the biggest advice. Don't worry about what you don't know, and because how are you gonna learn if you don't put yourself out there, right? Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing. Just keep swimming. Don't worry about what anybody's saying, what anybody's doing. Exactly. You just do what you need to do. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And And I just like so appreciate your journey and like your humbleness and like your drive to keep going, because you're doing well. You're doing well. So don't stop. Definitely.
I will never stop now. I mean,
Yeah.
Amala, I'm gonna keep having kids so I can keep getting viewers and subscribers. No, I'm playing. No, I'm playing.
And that actually was a viewer question. Do you think you're gonna have any more kids after Amala? And if so, how many?
No, right. Like we at first, like my first thing was, oh, it'd be great to have 2 kids. When you have 1 kid, you start to reevaluate if you really want any other person to take care of like that, because it is such an investment to just put all of that energy into one life, right? So yeah, I mean, one of them did say, would you like to have a son? Yes. I mean, it would be great. Look, the perfect thing would have been you have twins, a daughter and a boy, and you're done. I'm glad I didn't have twins, because that would have been insane. I couldn't imagine 2 beings crying in the middle of the night, like that. That would have been insane. I'm glad we had 1, but yeah, to have another son, maybe a year from now or something. I don't know. It depends on how we feel, but that is something I would be open to. It is not a rush at all, but I'm open. Yeah, I'm pretty open.
Yes. And do you feel that, I saw on your Instagram, especially last year, you had the hashtag nobody knows who I am. Do you think that is still true?
That is not true anymore, right? This is to be completely honest, this is the first time in my life that people outside of people I've known in school or people that have kind of seen me around in my local area have been paying any attention to me at all, right? Like, I mean, occasionally online you may link with somebody in a different state or city, but these are not my friends, right? These are people that connect to what I'm doing and are consistently watching and supporting and helping the things build, which is so cool, because to have one video go really, really far, like the interview is over 500,000 people have seen that, but 5,000 out of that and all the other ones like have actually subscribed. And then out of that 5,000, there's probably like 200 or so that are like, not only will they watch, but they'll leave a comment. They keep waiting for every episode. They're encouraging. It is insane that on YouTube, I can have so many positive comments. Like that to me is insane. And that is outside of the nobody knows who I am theme that I had last year. Yeah.
Right. I think that's such a blessing, because there are the YouTube trolls that come on and just purposely put it just their video is up there. So that is good.
No. That is there. And what's that's like there's like 16 people that put thumbs down on the interview with Amala, and I'm like, what is going on in your life? Really though, no. But what got me is there's another video I saw of these twins sitting in their little tables or whatever, and their dad's playing the guitar, and they dance, and there's like 1,000 people that put thumbs down. I'm like, what is? It's just I don't understand. But I know the more you expand, the more I expand. There's gonna be the people that cannot stand us for the very things that everybody else likes us for, and that to me is a good thing. I'm glad that I get the dislikes. I'm glad. I mean, because that just shows that I'm expanding outside of my friends. I would rather have the dislikes than only have my family paying attention, because these stories are for more than just the people in my city. Yeah. Right.
Very true. And with that said, how do you deal with the haters?
The good thing right now is there has not been, like, the haters are really small, right? And it's partially only because like my base is still like it's not small, but it's small enough to where it's mainly the supporters that are paying attention. Now,
it's like a family.
Yeah, it's kind of like a family, and now, yeah, like I've looked at the insights and all the little details on the Facebook page, and I can see when somebody unlikes the page or when they completely block the page or little things like that. A couple of times in the Huffington Post, who has been an incredible supporter. I mean, they basically post me once or twice a month now, right? And so there's been people like on the different websites that have posted me, people have said, like, there's been a few that have said, oh, like he needs to be put in jail. I don't know what that it was so weird. It was like, what is he doing? He should be put in jail, or he shouldn't be around kids at all. And the stuff is so it's so funny that I'm not offended, because those are people, or it'll be like, this is news, like, who cares? But it's been so few that I really don't care, right? It's
right.
It's people that just kind of pass by it, then they move on about their life, right? So I haven't really had to deal with a lot of hate, but in the back of my mind, I try to prepare myself, because at some point, somebody's gonna come and say, you and your family should kill yourselves or fall off a cliff. Like, it's just, all that stuff is gonna come, especially on YouTube. YouTube comments,
definitely.
YouTube comments have a special place in hell, right? Like, there's just there's demons and evil. It's just a really, really dark place once you get there. Yeah.
What is one of your biggest goals this year?
Okay. Man, one of the biggest goals is, man, that is a good question, because the first thing that comes into my head is, what am I going to do when Amala is 1 year old, right? Because when she's 1, she's going to, like, I mean, words are going to come. She's going to be repeating what I say. The corny thing I'm going to say is that to be a really, really good dad is my main goal for this year, because it's new. I'm very, very new at it. The other goal is I just want this whole thing. I want this whole thing that I'm doing to expand, but beyond just being funny and silly and all of that stuff. I'm always trying to figure out, how can I do something that is positive, that can help and kind of build up families and all of that stuff. And comedy is my little thing now, but I want to expand it. And I don't have a better example right now, but what Bill Cosby has been able to do before all the recent stuff started and came out about him, what he's been able to do in his life is something that I'm starting to kind of look at and see as a similar thing to where I want to be. And that's not all going to happen in 1 year, but just what somebody could do as a model for the Black family, for any family. That's just, I really want to do that. Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. And who are you referencing, by the way, because you kind of froze?
Who am I referencing and what?
You just said you looked up to somebody, but you kind of froze, so I couldn't really hear what you said, and I'm not sure if the audience heard either.
Okay. I was saying Bill Cosby, but I was saying it cautiously, because I'm not trying to be the put stuff in your drink Bill Cosby. I want to be the what he did for television and culture and children and families Bill Cosby. Yeah.
I see. Very, very nice. All right, so I want to play a quick game with you, the word association game. So I want to say a word with you, and you tell me the first thought that you think. Are you ready?
Yes.
New Father Chronicles.
Amala.
Amala.
New Father Chronicles. No, I'm playing. Side eye.
Side eye. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
She always be yes, right? Yes.
Mm-hmm. Diapers.
Poop.
Music.
Beatboxing.
Boys.
Never gone. No. I'm not ready.
Dreams.
Goals.
My next one was goals.
Goals. Planning.
Last one, God.
Love.
Very nice. All right, I have a few more questions. One of them are viewer questions. And the question is, where did your name come from? And a side question onto that is, what grade were you in where you were able to spell it?
Oh my gosh. Well, I have no idea what grade I was in when I was able to spell it. But I do know that my dad's name is LaGuardia too. So I'm LaGuardia Cross. So he's LaGuardia Cross Senior. I'm LaGuardia Cross Junior. His mom had respect for the mayor in New York at that time that had the same name, thought it was a unique name, passed it to him, and he passed it to me. Now, the funny thing is his family is from Savannah, Georgia, so most of the people in his family couldn't pronounce the name right. But still, so he ended up using a nickname and all that so he could avoid that. But yeah, I've used the name my whole life. I'm very proud that he passed it to me. So yeah, that is where it came from. I wasn't born in LaGuardia Airport or nothing weird like that. Yeah.
I see. That's good. I like how it's like history involved.
Yeah.
My next question is, what? My next question is, what do you use for your YouTube videos? Like, as far as how do you edit them? Like, what kind of program, or is that a secret?
No, that's not a secret. So Adobe Premiere is what I use to edit. Let me see. Canon 60D is the camera that I use. And so those really are the two things. Like I just use that. And editing, the only reason I know how to edit is because of messing with music and cutting and sampling and all of that stuff. And that just kind of helped me to know like how to chop things up. And yeah.
Very nice. Okay, well, that concludes our interview. Thank you, LaGuardia, for participating in this interview. Check him out on LaGuardia on YouTube. And as for like your final thoughts, can you please take us out by rapping, beatboxing, doing what you do?
I wish man, you see, I had this whole thing here. I was gonna try to pull out and do a beatbox thing and rap, but let me see what I can do in the meantime. Let's see. Push this thing back. Let's see if I can do it. All right, let's see. I'll do a random freestyle because let me see. If I mumble a little bit in the beginning, it's just because the things are coming in my head. Let me see. I didn't have nothing planned on the microphone tonight, but I still keep rhyming even if the words are right or wrong. Doesn't matter, still come with songs. Every time I do it on the mic, I perform. I'm a new father, new dad. Every time that I rap is because I had a dad that taught me how to do it right. So I keep on rapping with this insight. It's the type that I'm really trying to use. Trying to be the dad that people won't confuse with the wrong ones. Always stay around, so I ain't got time to try to, yeah, okay. So it's yeah.
Thank you so much for participating in this Google Hangouts. Again, check LaGuardia out on YouTube and LaGuardiaCross.com. Also, check me out on rookienotes.wordpress.com. I blog about my rookie notes and my life journey. Until next time, see you guys.
Thank you, everybody.